Math is brutal, and it says Atlas should be in pieces right now. Let me show you why December 19th will prove whether we're looking at a shattered comet or something that defied physics to stay intact. Here's the problem. The latest images show Atlas ejecting massive amounts of material, jets extending millions of kilometers into space. A debris cloud so large it represents about 16% of Atlas's total mass. We're talking roughly 5 billion tons of material shed during the perihelion passage. That's an enormous mass loss. And when Avi Loeb calculated how much solar energy would be required to sublimate that much material, the numbers don't work. At perihelion distance, the Sun delivers 700 joules per square meter per second. To sublimate 5 billion tons of carbon dioxide ice, which is what Webb detected around Atlas, you need a specific amount of surface area absorbing that energy. The math is straightforward. Atlas would need an absorbing surface area of at least 1,600 square kilometers. That's the area of a sphere, with a diameter of 23 kilometers. But Hubble images from July showed Atlas has a maximum diameter of only 5.6 kilometers. The required surface area is 16 times larger than what Atlas actually has. Houston, we have a problem. There's only one way a natural comet can increase its surface area by a factor of 16 or more. It has to break apart. When a solid object fragments, when it shatters into pieces, the total surface area increases dramatically. Smaller pieces mean more surface exposed to solar radiation. More surface means more sublimation, more ice turning to gas. The physics is clear. If Atlas lost 16% of its mass at perihelion as a natural comet, it must have disintegrated into at least 16 major fragments, probably many more. The object we're tracking shouldn't be a single body anymore. It should be a string of debris, multiple pieces spreading apart as they move through space. Think of Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9. In 1994, it approached Jupiter and tidal forces ripped it into more than 20 fragments. When we photographed it, it looked like a string of pearls. Individual pieces lined up along the same orbital path, slowly drifting apart. That's what Atlas should look like right now if it's natural, a chain of fragments. Pieces separating as the Sun's tidal forces and the violence of perihelion heating tore it apart. The mass loss was so dramatic, jumping from 150 kilograms per second in August to 2 million kilograms per second at perihelion, that the natural explanation requires complete structural failure. The object couldn't survive that kind of stress intact. If it's a natural comet made of ice and rock, the Sun destroyed it. We should be watching the aftermath of an explosion, the fireworks of a cosmic breakup. But here's the other possibility, the one that changes everything. What if December 19th observations show Atlas is still intact? What if Hubble and Webb point at it and see a single object, not fragments, not a debris string, but one cohesive body? Then the natural explanation fails completely. You cannot have a natural comet lose 16% of its mass without fragmenting. You cannot sublimate that much material from a 5.6 kilometer object without breaking it apart. The physics doesn't allow it. If Atlas survived perihelion intact, if it maintained structural integrity despite ejecting billions of tons of material, then it's not made of ice and rock. It's made of something stronger, something engineered, something designed to withstand exactly this kind of stress. A spacecraft, built to endure perihelion passage, constructed from materials that don't shatter under thermal shock, equipped with systems that can eject mass for propulsion without compromising structural integrity. That's the test. That's what December 19th reveals. On that date, Atlas makes its closest approach to Earth at 269 million kilometers. Close enough for our best telescopes to see clearly. Close enough to count fragments if they exist. Close enough to confirm whether we're tracking one object or many. If we see multiple pieces, case closed, natural comet. It broke apart exactly as the physics predicted. The mass loss was real, the fragmentation was inevitable, and Atlas was an unusual but fundamentally natural visitor that didn't survive its encounter with our sun. But if we see one intact body, everything changes. One body means the surface area problem has no natural solution. One body means the massive mass loss happened without structural failure. One body means we're not looking at ice and rock. One body means Atlas is artificial. The sun just gave us the ultimate test. It bombarded Atlas with enough energy to shatter any natural comet. It forced the object to either break apart or prove it's made of something comets aren't made of. December 19th, we get the result. Did the sun destroy Atlas? Or did Atlas prove it was never destroyable in the first place? 1 month, one observation, one answer. If it survived intact, everything changes.